What's up, Canes fans? It is the Beast. It is the morning after Miami beat FAU up in Boca 44-20. Obviously, the first half of the game was completely ugly for Miami, especially on defense, where they could not find an answer to stop FAU's offense. Now, look, FAU has a pretty decent offense. Went out to Tulsa, scored a bunch of points, still lost that game. But obviously, you knocked FAU's starting quarterback out, and then you had a Driscoll brother come in and look like Cam Newton for a while. So once again, defensive problems for the University of Miami. They couldn't get aligned correctly. They couldn't substitute correctly. All sorts of issues going on with the Miami defense in the first half. Second half, I guess they got it together and were able to shut FAU down. But I wonder how much of that was defensive changes and how much of that was just simply overpowering a team that you should be overpowering and FAU running out of gas. Now, I will tell you this. Without the Florida Atlantic 4 turnovers, Miami's in a real predicament in that game. There's no doubt about it. I thought for a little bit there that the fans at FAU were going to be tearing down the goalposts. Offensively for Miami, Brad Kaya going 65% in the passing game, did a decent job. Missed on a couple of throws, but I thought on a couple of scoring drives, he looked really technical out there and threw the ball really well. Obviously, I think they were hurt by not having Stacy Coley and Braxton Berrios in the passing game. Herb Waters and Malcolm Lewis stepped up and did a good job. I still would like to see them get the ball more to the tight end spot to Stan Dobard and Herndon and Njoku. The offensive line was a bit messy early on. Kai only got sacked once, but again, he's lining up in the shotgun 99% of the time, so it gives him a little more time. They certainly have to figure out at least the pass protection on the offensive line. The running game was sensational. Joe Yearby, Mark Walton were just beasts out there, especially on a couple of touchdowns. They both had a touchdown where they just muscled their way through several tacklers into the end zone, and that was good to see, obviously, because without Gus Edwards, you're looking for a big back, and maybe you don't need the quote-unquote big back if those two guys can play strong like that. Overall, listen, Al came out after the game and said, we knew what FAU was going to be, and we knew how tough this atmosphere was going to be, and I guess at this point, I think we're reaching. Listen, FAU, nice little stadium. I appreciate their hospitality. Nice little press box. Nice little pregame meal. All that stuff. But let's be honest, it's a 30,000-seat stadium, and half, if not more than half, of the fans in attendance were rooting for the Canes. So how tough of an environment was it? If you've got a problem with that sort of environment, what are you going to do on the road at places that are far more of a tough environment than Florida Atlantic? But, Al is going to Al, and that's what we get. So, listen, there was times last night where I thought it was all going to be over, and Miami was going to lose, and coaches were gonna have to find their own ride home. But the team turned it around. I give them credit for that. I give the leadership on the team credit. Guys like Kaya and Linder, Raphael Kirby, other Tracy Howard, Deion Bush, other leaders on the team for helping them get through yet another lightning delay. And I think, it is what it is. I still don't really know what we're going to see from this team. Obviously, Nebraska will be a tough game, better competition. Hopefully, it's a good environment at Sun Life. But, no, it's time to put your big boy pants on and play some real football and see what you're going to get. If this team really wants to compete and win the Coastal, they're going to have to clean a bunch of stuff up. They're going to have to figure some stuff out defensively. They're going to have to do a lot better job in offensive play calling. I thought it got stale for a little bit last night, so there's definitely a lot for this team to work on, certainly as they get ready to take on Nebraska. The only injury really is Darian Owens, the linebacker. Looks like he should be okay. Al said he'd have a precautionary MRI today. We'll see what happens, but escaping the game relatively healthy and moving on. Listen, a win is a win, I guess, at this point, and we'll see what happens. So the natives were restless last night, but they've been calmed down for at least 1 week, and we'll see what happens against Nebraska. And the phone is ringing. So for all of you out there watching, we appreciate your time watching here on theticketmiami.com. I will, I guess, get to my phone so I can answer it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. It's the Beast. Peace.